Hey, warm wishes. Hope all enjoyed our previous upload. Again, according to the request of one of our subscriber, we are now here with a video on the topic permanent tissues. Hope it helps. Enjoy watching. Enjoy learning. Permanent tissues. Composed of cells that have lost the power of division. Completely matured cells. But in case of secondary thickening retains potentialities of further growth. Living or non-living. Permanent tissues can be classified into simple and complex tissues based on their constitutions. Simple tissues. Made up of one type of cells. Homogeneous or uniform mass of tissues. It can be divided into parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma. Most common type. Collection of more or less isodiametric cells with or without intercellular spaces. Walls. Thin, made of cellulose. Universal occurrence in all soft parts of plants, so considered most primitive tissues. Seen in association with xylem and phloem too. Functions. Storage. Secretion. Excretion. Supporting. Acts as origin site of secondary meristem and so on. Types of parenchyma. Chlorenchyma. With chlorophyll. Arenchyma. With large air cavities in the tissue. Collenchyma. An ideal mechanical tissue of the growing organs. Living. With vacuolated protoplast. Cells. Somewhat elongated. Short one. Resemble parenchyma. Longer ones. Resembles fibers. Distinctive character. Uneven thickening of the cell walls. Cell wall. Composed of cellulose and pectin. Occurs on elongating peripheral parts like stem and petiole. Usually absent in monocot. Based on localized thickenings, collenchyma cells can be divided into lacunate, angular, lamellar, sclerenchyma. Most effective mechanical tissue in plants. Matured dead cells incapable of elongation. Walls are considerably thickened with lignin. Simple pits are seen on the walls. Types. Sclerids and fibers. Fibers. Elongated. With pointed ends. Present abundantly in cortex. Pericycle. Xylem. Phloem and so on. Have great commercial value. Sclerids. Occur in cortex. Pith. Phloem. Hard seeds. Nuts. Stony fruits and so on. Contributes to the firmness and hardness of the part concerned. Types. Brachysclerids. Macrosclerids. Osteosclerids. Astrosclerids. Complex tissues. Heterogeneous. Composed of different types of cells. All cells together perform a common function, like conduction. Found in almost all organs like root, stem, petiole, leaf and so on. Act as continuous system for conduction of water, minerals and prepared food materials. Types. Xylem and phloem. Secretory tissues. Xylem, wood. Conducting tissue composed of tracheids. Vessels. Xylem fibers. Xylem parenchyma. Xylem as a whole conducts water and minerals from roots to leaves and gives support to. Types, according to their development: primary, protoxylem, first formed primary xylem. Metaxylem, later formed primary xylem, and secondary. Components of xylem. 1. Xylem tracheids. Dead empty cells. Occurs in wood of ferns and gymnosperms. Helps in conduction of water and gives mechanical support to. 2. Xylem vessels. Forms the main element of xylem. Cylindrical, long, tubular structures. Helps in conduction. 3. Xylem fibers. Sclerenchyma fibers seen associated with xylem for mechanical support. 4. Xylem parenchyma. Living parenchyma cells associated with xylem for conduction and storage of food. Phloem. Important complex tissue. In angiosperms it contains companion cells. Phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma. Types. Protophloem, first formed. Metaphloem, later formed. Components of phloem. Sieve tube. Long narrow tubes for conduction formed of sieve elements without a nucleus in cytoplasm. In gymnosperms instead of sieve tubes, sieve cells are present. Companion cell. Elongated. Narrow cell seen association with sieve tube. Parenchymates cells with nucleoid to control activities of sieve tube. Present only in angiosperms. Conduction of food and pressure maintenance are main functions. Phloem parenchyma. Parenchyma cells with different shape functions for storage are absent in monocots. Phloem fibers, bast fibers, important part of phloem which helps in conduction of carbohydrates and proteins. Gives mechanical support and acts as center of storage. Secretory tissues. Concerned with secretions. Excretory, that is, materials formed or exuded from cells, and secretory, that is, materials formed remains stored in cells and released only by breakdown of cells, in function. Types. Glandular tissues. Hydathodes. Latocyphers. Glandular tissues. Secretory cells organized in special to form glands. Glands may be either external or internal. Secretions are liberated by protoplast. External glands. Digestive glands, present in insectivorous plants. Secrete enzymes like proteases. Nectaries, secretes sugary fluid to attract flowers. Hydathodes, water stomata, structurally modified regions of leaf for exudation of excess water in liquid form, and the process is called guttation. Internal glands. 1. Resin, gum and so on are secreted and conducted through ducts that are internal. 2. Glandular hairs, commonly secrete volatile oils. 3. Stinging hairs. When needle at base exposed to anything, it results in shrinking of the cell and results in squeezing of poisonous liquid through the needle. 4. Latocyphers. Form series of cells with fluid called latex seen only in angiosperms, based on origin. Classified into articulate, similar to xylem vessels, but are living in nature. Example. Hevea, and non-articulate, individual cells. Hence lack articulation. Example. Euphorbia. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe for more videos.